So just a few listing things from somebody who's had 3 online businesses and done this successfully. I will explain to you the best way to go about this. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy, the Handmade Homeschooler, and today I'm going to show you just kind of a quick video of how I sell my curriculum on eBay. I've had a lot of questions in the Facebook group that we have. The link is down below if you'd like to join that. So there are all kinds of platforms when it comes to selling curriculum. I only use eBay. I've had really good luck with it. Everything seems to sell for pretty top dollar of what I was expecting, and I haven't really had any problems. So I'm going to kind of just go over the step-by-step process that my husband and I use to box this all up, package it, and then just some quick selling tips so you can get that stuff out the door and get the most money possible for your curriculum. Before I get into that, make sure that you hit the like and the subscribe button because it really helps my channel out, and every one of you gets to join my community and you will get all kinds of homeschooling tips and freebies and all kinds of cool stuff. And one more thing, I do apologize for the lighting. There is a lot of storms in the area, so if it seems to get dark and then light, it's the storms. I apologize. It's spring in the south, and that's just the way that it is. So if you hear thunder on camera, that's why. Okay, but I have to get this stuff out the door, so I wanted to make sure that I got this filmed for you and that you were able to kind of just see this like really rough step-by-step process. Okay, so every single year, here is what I do. The first thing is I go through all of my curriculum. So make sure that you do that first. Go through all of your curriculum and make a to keep and to sell pile. Now be really honest with yourself with the to sell pile. Make sure that it is in decent condition. Make sure it's something that if you're gonna sell it, you would buy it yourself. Don't try to sell something that is in such bad condition that you wouldn't buy it. And I also recommend, just as somebody who buys used curriculum, try not to have a whole lot of pencil marks in things like workbooks. If you're going to sell a workbook, make sure that it's not really written in. 1 or 2 pages is okay, you know, just to have a handful of pages here and there, but I would say that that is the most. So now that you have your 2 piles, your to keep and to sell pile, now it's time to look at boxes. So one of the things that I do as far as boxes, so you guys can see, sorry, I know this is kind of shaky. Okay, so this was a curriculum box. So as I get new curriculum, I save the boxes because the boxes that curriculum comes in, either from a company or from somebody that you're buying it from, those boxes are usually pretty sturdy boxes. You can't just ship books, especially textbooks, in any box, and sometimes an Amazon box is not sturdy enough. So these boxes actually came from curriculum companies and from things that companies have sent me for review and things like that. I always put those aside, so I have them for this purpose. So this box here is the My Father's World stuff that I'm going to put up, and I want to sell the My Father's World stuff as an entire kit. I don't want to sell things individually, and I do that because I get a higher return and it's not nearly as irritating to sell. If I were to sell all of these books individually, it would just be completely crazy. I could do that, but I don't think that it's wise to do that. I think you're actually gonna get a better return, especially when it comes to eBay fees and like that. You're gonna get a better return if you just sell it all in one big shot than if you sell the individual products. So I like to sell it all as a kit, and this is so gently used. So we have readers here, we have the textbooks, I even have a notebook that is not written in. So this is completely clean. You know, we have like all of the reading books, and I even have like some of the art things that were not opened. So this is extremely gently used. So I'm gonna get a really good return on this. And I even have the music CDs that came in this. So what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna get the bubble wrap and probably some of the packing paper that came with the new curriculum that I just bought, and I'm going to use it to wrap up and ship out this curriculum. So that's gonna be done. And this is the one that I'm gonna get the highest return for. I expect to get probably at least 300 for this because it is so gently used. I bought it brand new. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, so now I can go to the smaller things. So because I owned a business, we have a lot of these like priority mail boxes. So I'm using these because I had them. And you can get these for free at the post office, and you can actually order like a big pallet of them online if you want to, which is what I did when I owned a business. And we just have them all over the house because of that. So these are my big Matthew C blocks that I bought like years and years ago, and I found them in the closet and I was like, oh, we have to sell these. Now with products like this, my suggestion to you, I know it's irritating, but it only takes like 5 minutes. What I did was I dumped this all out onto my floor and I separated it by color and by block. So all of the big red pieces were in one place, all of the 10s were in one, the 9s, and so on and so on. And then I counted every single piece and how much we had of those. So I say like we have, I think there was like 40 blue ones and 10 red ones, yada, yada, yada. And then I took pictures of them all. I suggest doing that. I don't suggest just dumping them out, taking a picture, and then sticking them back in here, because again, you will get a higher return if people know exactly what they're buying from you. So make sure that you do that. And then I put them in Ziploc bags, and then I just pop them in this priority mailer because it's not that heavy. So these are Matthew C blocks, and I'm gonna get probably a good return on this as well. Even though I bought this used, there's a lot in there, and there's a lot of people who use Matthew C. Okay, so that's some tips as far as packing and boxes and all of that. Now, as far as listing your items, this is where it gets tricky, and this is where my husband helps me out because he's kind of more the eBay person, but I'm gonna give you some tips. So just a few listing things from somebody who's had 3 online businesses and done this successfully. I will explain to you the best way to go about this. Make sure that you have the company name of the curriculum in the title. Make sure that you have the grade that the curriculum is for in the title. And if it is something special, put it in the title. Make sure that those 3 things are there because those are the 3 things that people are going to be searching for. Make sure you list everything that is in the package that they will be getting. And just as a courtesy, what I like to do sometimes is post if they are going to need other items. So if I'm keeping one book or one book is not in here that would normally come with this curriculum, I will put, you will need such and such book, and then list all the ones that they will not be getting in this package from me, so they know what they need to go and do. I don't do that every time, but it is a courtesy type of thing to do. Make sure your pictures are really good. Use good lighting when you take pictures, or use a filter when you take those pictures to brighten them up. Remember, pictures will make or break your listing. Just saying, as an online seller, pictures are everything. So make sure that your pictures look good, because if they don't look good, people will not buy it, and then you'll be super frustrated and wondering why I'm not selling this curriculum. Again, be super upfront and honest when you're listing your items about the condition, and let people know if there are any pen markings, any highlighting, anything like that inside of the book, and let them know how much, and maybe take a picture or 2 of that. So if you follow me on Instagram, and my Instagram handle is down below, just search for The Handmade Homeschooler. You might have seen the reel that I did where I had just all of this stuff laid out all over my floor. It was a mess, but I had a purpose behind it. I was taking photographs, and one of the things that I suggest with photographs is to take multiple photographs. Take photographs of the outside, of the inside of the books, and if there's any damages or anything that is written inside of your books, take a picture of it so you can be upfront and honest with the person who is buying it. Make sure that you actually have that in there, because I want you to think about these people who are buying it as you. Think about if you were buying this product, you would want to know if those marks were in there. So make sure that you are upfront about that right away. And remember, these are other homeschool parents buying your stuff, so think of them as your friends. Be honest about the condition of them. If they are not in good condition, put that there. You won't get as high of a return for that, but you're being honest, and you won't ruin your reputation as far as being a seller on platforms like eBay if you are honest about the condition. Again, with the pictures, take a picture of all the curriculum together and then take pictures of individual items. You can have multiple pictures when you sell things on platforms like eBay. So a lot of times the main image that I have is all of the curriculum together, and then the pictures behind that will be individual items, grouped items, maybe like all of the reading products together, like all of the, like my next picture might be like all of the readers that we're gonna have in this package. They might not be all of the readers for that entire curriculum that year, but I will take a picture of all the ones that I do have so they know what they're getting. And then that way they'll be able to go on and say, okay, I need readers H, I, and J to complete this. When you're upfront with it and you have a lot of pictures, people know exactly what they're getting, and then they will be more likely to purchase from you. After you get all your pictures done, they're in the boxes, you do have to go ahead and have like a postage scale or something, or a kitchen scale will even work. Weigh your items and get the listing up on eBay. Now, as far as pricing can get a little weird when you're selling used curriculum, and it can be really hard to price things. My husband likes to do auction. When we're talking about eBay, he thinks that we get a higher return when we do that, and sometimes we actually do. So on eBay, you can either do a buy it now option or you can do an auction. And then basically what happens is usually the last day of that auction, a whole bunch of people will put in their bids. A lot of times you will get a lot more money than you actually set out to have. So usually the starting bid is the minimum amount that I will take for the curriculum. And then it'll just go up as people bid. And then a lot of times you'll see a bidding war, especially if you post things right about now when we're going into summer. You will see bidding wars between people, and then it'll just go higher and higher and higher. And there's been times that I have sold things nearly at brand new from the website value that were used. So it just depends on, you know, the curriculum that you're selling and when you're selling it and the buyers. So everything is gonna be different, so don't take what I'm saying as this is exactly what's going to happen, but I'm just telling you that this could happen. So once everything is out the door, that's my favorite thing because all of the clutter is gone. So I don't have to worry about that. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes full of used curriculum that I need to get out the door. I'm hoping to put it up on eBay this weekend. I'm not sure if it'll get done or not, but I'm working on it. I am working on it. And that's really all there is to it. It's not hard to sell this stuff online, especially using platforms like eBay. They make it pretty easy, and the traffic is going to naturally come to you anyway, so you're not going to have to worry about trying to tell everybody that your curriculum is out there, and you're not going to have to worry about the Facebook group thing. I'm not somebody who typically buys stuff from Facebook groups. I like to use platforms like eBay because there is a little bit more protection when we're talking about that type of stuff. So just take that for what it's worth. I know a lot of people do that though, and I'm not knocking you if that's what you want to do. I'm just saying personally, I like to use eBay. I hope that these tips helped you. Let me know, where do you sell your used curriculum? I would love to know where you guys put yours, because I might go and check those out too as I'm gathering curriculum for the new year. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you have a great rest of your day and happy homeschooling.